Hi, I'm Jeff, and welcome to another one of my videos where I take a look at all the new comic books coming out on either January 4th or 5th, 2022. And I ask myself the question, what one new comic book would I buy this week if I could buy just one book? Well, kind of. I'm going to do things a little bit differently this week as I tend to do on certain weeks. First off, I usually start off these videos by taking a look back 2 weeks ago to my pick from then, but 2 weeks ago I didn't make a pick. So I'm not going to do that part of the video this week. Similarly, this week, I don't have a pick. It's not that it's a bad week for comic books. There's some interesting things there. But there's nothing there that really kind of jumps out at me that says, Jeff, this is the just one book pick for you. This is the book that you are most excited about this week. I mean, I'm going to be pulling the books I am buying this week are Basilisk issue number 6, Batman issue 119, which for a second there I thought might be my just one book pick because of this whole kind of Abyss character that's going to be in there. But then I decided I wasn't really excited about issue number 118, and the description of 119 didn't really grab me, so I was like, I'm not even going to make it an honorable mention. I'm also picking up Stillwater issue number 12 this week from Chip Zdarsky. I've been enjoying Stillwater, although it's starting to wane for me a little bit, but I'm still going to stick with it for now. And then I'm also picking up Thor issue number 20 from Donny Cates, which I just continue to really enjoy, and that's just kind of a standard pick for me. But nothing in this issue is particularly like jumping out at me. So, what am I going to talk about this week? Well, the little bit of a change I am going to do this week, instead of doing a just one book pick, I'm going to be doing just number one's books picks. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at 8 different books that are coming out this week that are all issue number 1s that might be worth checking out. Since it's a fairly slow week, maybe you want to try something new. Since I'm doing 8 of them, I'm going to move through them at lightning speed. At least I hope so. So let's go ahead and jump in with the first one, which is a new book. They're all new books. This book is called West, issue number 1 from Uncivilized Comics. Here's the description. Mo and Sal live and work on a farm selling their harvest at city farmers markets, practicing magic and smoking herbs with their cat, Jinx. As society becomes over-reliant on technology, magic is quickly dying out, and industry pushes smaller farms out of the picture. Sal and Mo struggle to keep the land they've worked so hard to cultivate. To make ends meet, they concoct a heist on the most prominent tech corporation in the West, Solomon Corp. Their plans are thrown in disarray when a shocking discovery in the depths of Solomon's factories leads them on a quest to uncover a conspiracy that reaches far and wide. The boys must scramble to find people sympathetic to their cause. Metallic silver ink cover. All right, so it sounds like an interesting story. I believe it's oversized in format, which might be a turnoff to some people. It is a $6 book. It looks like it's an ongoing. So if anything in there sounded interesting to you, maybe it's something you check out this week. The next book I'm going to mention to you is Panther, issue number 1 from Dynamite. Here's the description. A cruel Egyptian queen eternally cursed to transform into a savage beast. For millennia, Panther has endured her punishment for angering a powerful goddess, hiding herself away from the world and the ugliness of her humanity. But now, something is killing the gods. And now it falls upon Panther to save the pantheon. In exchange for her help comes the promise of redemption and freedom from her curse. But even that comes with a price. Featured in her own series for the first time in a decade, and spinning out of the pages of Sacred 6, Panther's back. Okay, so if you know this character, you might be excited about this new ongoing series from them. I mean, they haven't had one in 10 years. If you like titles like Sacred 6 from Dynamite, or just Dynamite titles in general, you might consider picking up this book. Other than that, I don't know. It's not like it's a first appearance. Once again, this character has been around before. But like I said, if you like Dynamite, you like the things that Dynamite do, this might be for you. The next book I want to mention to you is a book called Omega, issue number 1 of a 4-issue limited series from Cutaway Comics. Here's the description. From the world of Doctor Who, Bob Baker's Omega returns. The people of the planet Minos are in revolt against their alien gods. This chaos is being stoked by the rogue god Omega, who longs to free himself from his black hole prison and wreak revenge. But brave Princess Malika, last of the Minion royal family, is determined to fight back. Written by Mark Griffiths with art by Hellblazer and Doctor Who legend John Ridgway. Basically, this one, for me, is for the Doctor Who fans. And I know there are a lot of you out there. So if you're a fan of Doctor Who, you might consider checking out Omega. And just in general, if you liked the description, that would be another reason to check it out. But I have a feeling that this is mostly for Doctor Who fans. Once again, of which there are many. So something for you all to check out if you're in that camp. The next book I'm going to mention to you is a book called Fourth Man, issue number 1 of a 4-issue limited series from AWA, Artists, Writers, and Artisans Studios. Here's the description. 3 dead bodies lay in a rural morgue, all murdered in the span of 3 weeks. It's up to 2 detectives from opposite sides of the tracks to determine who put them there, if the murders were linked, and what, if anything, they have to do with a pair of dueling car dealerships. A dark comedy mystery thriller by Jeff McComsey and Mike Deodato Jr., that is inspired by an outlandish true crime story. The Fourth Man story will keep you guessing till the last page. Okay, a dark comedy mystery thriller could be entertaining. It's 4 parts, it's easy, low commitment story. I like that they say actually that they say that the story will keep you guessing till the last page. I think that that's really good. That's what mysteries need to do. They need to keep you guessing. They need to keep you engaged and wanting to get more of the information and more of the clues as the detectives in the story get them. So if it lives up to the promise of the description, I think that this could be a really entertaining read, but it could also be fun. I like that they embrace the fact that they say that it's a dark comedy mystery thriller. So something you might consider checking out this week. The next book is similar. It is a book called Bylines in Blood, issue number 1. This is from Aftershock Comics. Here's the description. The future. The very concept of truth has died. Politicians invent their own facts, and independent newspapers no longer exist. In this world, private detectives serve as Ronin, searching out the hard truths that people are desperate to keep hidden. The best of these is Satya, known as Lady Dick, a former journalist turned gumshoe who runs every lead to the ground. But Satya has just received her hardest case yet. Her old editor has been murdered. Someone wanted him silenced. And the trail points toward the highest bastions of power. To find justice for her friend, she'll have to put everything and everyone she knows at risk. A prophetic neo-noir thriller with unexpected twists at every turn. The Clarion is co-created by Ringo Award-nominated writer Erica Schultz and comic writer and former newspaper crime reporter Van Jensen, aided and abetted by Spanish art sensation Aniki. I don't know why they say, that's the end of the description, I don't know why they say, The Clarion is co-created by, it's called Bylines in Blood. I don't know if that's just a typo in Preview World's description of this, or if this entire description was for a different book. I don't think it is. The information lines up with the cover that's on that's in the description here. So I'm just gonna say that that's just some kind of weird fluke. But regardless, my thoughts on this book is that it sounds, it's another detective story, but this one sounds a lot darker, a lot more. Well, just darker than the previous one did. So if you're looking for a detective story that's more noirish, then this Bylines in Blood is probably the one that you want to check out. But if you're looking for one that might be a little bit more light, hearted, then I would steer you toward the other one, this Fourth Man book. Okay, the next one I want to mention to you is Elektra, Black, White, and Blood. Issue number 1 of a 4-issue limited series from Marvel Comics. Here's the description. It says, fact, noun. Definition of fact. 1. A, something that has actual existence. B, an actual occurrence. C, Elektra Natchios is the best assassin in the Marvel Universe. Parental advisory. So basically this description is telling you that it's a fact. Elektra is the best assassin in the Marvel Universe. To be quite honest, spelling it out like that for me, in addition to the covers that they're showing, really kind of got me interested in this book. I'm not a big Elektra guy at all, but I know that there are a lot of people that are. But I'm not going to deny for a second, Elektra is very cool. And for Marvel to say, like, she is the best assassin in the Marvel Universe, and she has such a great look, I'm interested. I'm curious. And frankly, for me, the parental advisory, the fact that they're going to go there with her as an assassin, that's just kind of another thing that's got me interested in the book. This was almost my just one book pick for this week. If I was forced, under threat of torture or assassination to pick a book for you this week, it would probably be this one. It sounds pretty cool to me, so maybe you consider checking it out. The next book I'm going to mention to you is Nocterra. This is the Black Top Bill special from Image Comics. Here's the description. Hall of Mirrors. Behold the book of Black Top Bill. In the wake of the first arc's explosive finale, the origin of Nocterra's most terrifying creature will at last be revealed in this special one-shot issue. Witness the horror that awaits our heroes as Scott Snyder and legendary artist Dennis Cowan present a penny dreadful you won't soon forget. Here's the register pitch. A standalone tale perfect for Nocterra fans looking for more nightmarish storytelling or readers new to the series. Okay, so the first 6 issues of Nocterra I read, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. And also, Nocterra is being optioned, and there's a lot of promise for it in the future being either a television show or a movie or something on some screen at some point. So Nocterra is something worth paying attention to. That all being said, I'm not picking up this book. I feel like I know enough about this character that I don't need to pick up a special about Black Top Bill. Now, Black Top Bill is the bad guy. He's an interesting character, and I'm sure that there's a lot of interesting things about his origin and his history that are worth checking out. But I'm not jumping on it, even though I enjoyed Nocterra, and I see that it has a lot of promise. This is, as it says in the register pitch, for fans looking for more nightmarish storytelling from Nocterra. And frankly, for me, right now, I'm not one of those people, even though I enjoyed it so much, I really did, and there's so much promise for it for the future. In my effort to limit the amount of books that I am buying, and I am putting a lot of effort into that. I actually just listed out all of the books new books that I'm pulling recently, and it was a list that was too long. So I need to continue to get that list down. I stopped pulling Nocterra. I read the first 6 issues and I enjoyed them, but I'm stopping on Nocterra. So even though I really, really liked it, I was able to say no more. But that being said, if you read Nocterra and you really liked it and you're going to pick up this special and you're going to be continuing to read Nocterra, I don't blame you one single bit. I am just able to say no for whatever reason to this title for now. Maybe I'll change my mind down the line. So I won't be picking this up. But in addition, if you haven't been reading Nocterra and you've been hearing about all the hype about it and you want to check it out, this is probably a good place to jump on. This character is not going away, and the history of this character is going to give you a lot of history of the world, so it's probably going to catch you up to speed on what you need to know fairly quickly. So once again, if Nocterra is a title you're thinking of starting, you might consider starting here with this Blacktop Bill special. All right, well, the last book I have to mention today is a book called Monkey Meat. Issue number 1 of a 5-issue limited series from Image Comics. Here is the description. Dagelia creator Juni Ba introduces a new fantasy universe in this anthology series. The Monkey Meat Company made its fortune selling cans of processed meat all around the world. Using that money to fuel their wacky experiments, they turned their native island into a magical, hyper-capitalist hellscape where even demons have to pay rent. Follow the lives of the creatures of Monkey Meat Island in this fun, action-packed romp. Each issue is its own story. All right, well, when I read a description and I can't get through it without like smiling or giggling a little bit to myself, I mean, you gotta give some credit there, you know, because I believe that it's due. This sounds fun. This sounds entertaining. This sounds like you know, it's an anthology series, so you can pick it up, you can read one issue. If you enjoy the tone, if you enjoy the feel, you can pick up the other 4 issues that are coming out in this 5-issue series. And if you don't like it, you move on with your life. But it sounds ridiculous. But ridiculous in the kind of way that I enjoy. Ridiculous in a way that they know it's ridiculous and that they're full on embracing the ridiculous part of it. And they're just trying to give you something that's going to be fun, entertaining, enjoyable, and just a good read. So if you're looking for something in that vein, something that's just kind of fun and goofy, and that you know you're going to get a complete story in one issue, then you might consider picking up Monkey Meat this week. All right, that's it. That was my list of 8 number 1 books for this week. I hope that you maybe found one of these books to be interesting. Maybe you don't have very many books that you're getting this week, and maybe you're going to consider checking one of them out. Let me know down in the comments which one of these 8 books sounds most interesting to you. I'm not saying ones you're definitely going to buy, but just which one just sounds the most interesting to you. If you were forced under, threat of torture to have to buy one of these books that I just mentioned, which one would it be? I'd be curious to know that down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this list, of course, likes are always enjoyed by me. Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2022. I hope that this is a great year for comic books. I hope that it is a great year for you. I hope it's a great year for me as well. I will see you all in the next video.